welcome!
Welcome back if you're a returning viewer. We're so glad you're here.
Thank you, and yes, thanks for joining us.
And this is, well, okay. Just want to say that we're doing like a live on Instagram at the same time as we record our YouTube, so we got things going on here.
I may be looking at the wrong thing, and we may... Oh, holding things up, we may cover up the Instagram.
Oh, we'll just have to think about that. We'll have to go over here.
Okay.
Or we'll hold it like here.
Yeah, or something
and then everybody can see it.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm Michael.
I'm Sue.
And then we are a close-knit family. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to all.
And all of those good things. It's December 22nd, Sunday, December 22nd, so this is our Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas. And fittingly, it's episode 25. 25 day, 25 is the day of Christmas. So, yeah, we are a knitcast coming to you from Armstrong in the North Okanagan region of British Columbia, Canada, following my adventures as a newer knitter. Do I still have that title though? And our ongoing yarn and knitting addiction.
I guess you're newer than I am.
Yeah.
For as much as that matters. And thank you very much. Yes, I'm going to talk about my beautiful sweater in a minute.
Thank you, Languim Bard Yarn. Languim Bardy Yarns. Okay. I tried.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, yeah. We're going to try to keep this one mostly knitting related. Not so much, we'll end up chitting-chatting anyway, because we do that.
Yep.
But on that note, okay, I'm sorry. We are talking about favorites today.
Okay, yes,
well, we're going to do our usual foes and stuff, but we're also talking about favorites.
Yes.
And I've been watching Game of Thrones. We finally got on the train, my husband and I, but so we've been watching it.
Binge watching it even.
Binge watching it from CDs, DVDs. Oh my gosh, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, you did.
From DVDs.
Don't touch the table.
Oh, don't touch the table. Sorry, Instagram. My apologies. Anyway, so binge watching it, and my favorite thing, Joffrey died.
Yay!
Spoiler alert! If you haven't watched it, Joffrey died.
I mean, even I knew that, and I
knew he died. Yeah. It's just it happened, and it was so good.
This thing is already too hot.
Okay. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Got the window open, the furnace on.
Yep.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay. So, yeah, we're doing the Instagram and thing at the same time. I would like to give a shout out to Alice, who is working on the heavy metal shawl just like Mike.
Oh!
But Alice had a question. She knits Continental.
Okay.
And she said she found that the Continental... Knitting Continental, she got weird. She thought the increases looked weird.
Okay.
Now, I don't knit Continental.
I don't either.
So I have no frame of reference for that. So if anyone has anything to add about weird increases.
Doing increases Continental.
I don't know. I don't know why it would make a difference. But
I don't know, dude.
So, if you have anything to provide on that, please comment below.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, that's going to move us on to Yarnquisitions already.
Zoom. Haven't really acquired anything.
I haven't either.
Oh gosh, is it Woolfolk? There are these yarn kits that our local yarn store, the Twisted Pearl, has. I think they're by Woolfolk. Oh, I'm killing myself. Anyway, these gorgeous yarn kits for making blankets and or sweaters.
Okay.
I was that close to getting one.
Yeah.
Because for a blanket.
Okay.
Because they're beautiful.
Okay.
Just beautiful.
Okay.
And
don't touch the table.
Sorry, Instagram. Nobody's with us on Instagram anymore anyway. So, yeah. There was that. And that was just something if your local yarn store carries Woolfolk, you want to go and look. I think it's Woolfolk. I might be wrong. But anyway, so that's sort of almost a yarnquisition.
Okay.
Because I almost quisitioned it.
Okay.
And then now we have faux. I finally finished my twined knitted hat.
Hi, Miss Missy G.
From my Arna and Carlos.
But Mom, I thought you weren't knitting.
Right. We haven't talked about that. So here we go. Just do a little bit up here for... You can see that it's sort of got that 2 direction thing going on.
Yes, it does. It's very cool.
So this is knit with Rowan Cocoon. It's thanks for all the hearts.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a really nice, it's very, very soft.
Yes.
And it's reversible.
Ooh.
So this, when I was knitting, this is what you might say the right side looked like.
Yep. And then the wrong side is...
But the wrong side is... Yo fam, what's up? Hello Missy G. Can you tell what's up? We're here. Oh, did you get fuzz?
I think so.
Okay. So, the twined hat. Now this is going to be a Christmas gift.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm thinking I'm going to make a pom-pom.
Okay.
Out of these, like a big, like just splendiferous pom-pom.
Okay.
But I'm going to make it like removable so it could be changed from the inside to the outside and vice versa.
Okay.
So that one can choose which way they want to wear it.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's my faux from Arna and Carlos. And
nice.
I just realized that we said we were going to talk about something that we haven't talked about. In Christmas and good cheer, we're having Christmas beverages. I am having Bailey's on ice.
I am having rum and eggnog.
There you go. Merry Christmas. In a couple days. I haven't made my cookies yet. Maybe when we finish.
I'm the only one who's wrapped any presents.
I know! I gotta do that too. Gotta do that. Poor Mike, we got the tree decorated and his favorite thing is looking at the presents.
And just, you know, shake, 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 shake,
looking
shake.
at them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's none under the tree. So.
Except the ones I put there.
Yeah. And I haven't looked at them. So I don't even know who they're for.
Yours
all right.
Spoiler alert, yours isn't there yet.
Ooh. So there's, oh, crack. I don't know if you heard that. That was an ice cube cracking. There you go.
Although it'll probably be there tonight. Anyway.
Yeah.
I was drinking rum and eggnog all night last night. Well, yeah, you were out at the... Regret my choices. says Miss Missy G.
Who is also known as Melissa, who has been featured here many times.
The distant part of the close-knit family.
Yes. The distant close-knit
distant
family.
in geographical terms. Anyway.
Yes.
We
should, like, FaceTime her in. Anyway, so we're now moving on to whips. Works in progress. Okay, so this is like an AFO.
Oh?
So these are my Advent socks.
Oh, an Advent faux. Okay.
No, an almost faux.
Oh, okay.
So these are my Advent socks,
yes,
and they're knit with the pattern that I essentially wrote for Mike.
Very nice colors. Because Mom told me to.
Because Mom told me to.
Very nice.
And these are, they're knit toe up, 2 at a time.
Yep.
With a heel flap and gusset.
Yep.
And this is the Cozy Knitter Advent sock, which is a 24 stripe repeat sock.
Nice.
And I'm on day 22, and honestly, these are like, these are kind of as long as I like my socks to be.
Oh, and you still got 2 more, or 3
and
more.
I've still got like a couple more days to go. So I think I'm going to finish this and this particular stripe and cast off. And so my next color will be this red.
Okay.
So I'll finish this stripe and then cast off with red.
Did you get through the full repeat at least?
No.
No?
Because it's day 22.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I was doing a stripe a day.
I remember you were contemplating doing 2 stripes a day at one point.
Yeah.
When you got into the heel.
Well, because I thought, you know, that would catch. I'd probably get through all the stripes that way. But I don't need all the stripes.
Okay.
So there it is. So I did stripes right from the toe. And it's been fun doing the stripe a day. And the girls at work have been like, oh, what do your socks look like now? And yeah, Anna actually, having seen this, she really wants to do some stripy socks. She thinks that would be neat. So we'll see.
Oh, that would fit Anna so well.
I know. So we'll see if that comes to pass.
Yes.
How's your whip?
Well, you know, we've commented on this show. Sometimes knit happens and sometimes it doesn't. Knit has not happened for me this week, although I did actually knit a little bit while we were editing last video.
Right, okay.
And that's all I've done. So, you know, a couple more rows on the heavy metal shawl. So that is what we're looking like. Come on, camera. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And down here for Instagram, this is my heavy metal shawl. Yeah, I've just been busy.
Well, you have been. You've been working like every day and long hours and Dungeons and Dragons and yeah. So that was, you've been super busy. I'm not surprised you haven't really got. Yeah,
sometimes knit happens and sometimes
it doesn't.
Yeah.
And then, so I'm not really in the same place. So of course, so yes, I've been knitting.
Yes, you have been knitting. What happened with your hand, Mother?
So,
I love that blue.
Yeah,
yes.
it's great, isn't it? Allison Barnes yarn.
Allison Barnes, Struggle and Strength collection. This is Self-Care is Not Selfish. Is the colorway on this. Yeah.
Yep. I got cortisone shots.
Cortisone?
In my wrist for my sore wrist that's been plaguing me for 3.5 months now. And initially, when the shot went in, I was like, I'm surprised I didn't yell. Okay. It really, really hurt.
I can imagine,
when the shot was made. And then immediately afterwards, I was like, hey, that's already a lot better.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, like there's some anesthetic in there. So where I had to go to get the shot is about 40 minutes-ish from here. Okay. And by the time I got back to Armstrong, I was in so much pain. And not like, if I move my wrist, it hurts. But throbbing, constant pain. Yeah. And I just thought, okay, this is it. I'm never going to be able to ever use my hand again. Right. And I had that all night. I had that problem. I iced it. I was taking extra painkillers. I was hurting so much. I got up in the morning and it was like someone had attached a new arm. It was wonderful. It was perfect. It was fabulous. So of course, I proceeded to completely overdo it. Yeah. Somebody at knitting last week said, have you considered pacing yourself? Yeah. And I was just like, pacing? What? No. I don't understand. What does that mean? So, anyway, so yeah, that happened. And now, to be honest, I'm starting to get shots of pain again. And, so I'm trying to pace myself, but it's really hard.
Oh, thanks for the hearts.
And I've been doing, and I did my nails.
And you did your nails.
So,
yeah, there's your nails. Wow, the light is really off to the side right now.
It is. Oh, there are my nails. Nice. And this one I redid already, my thumb, because it was, here. It was all glitter striped, blue, green, and silver, or blue, purple, pink, green and silver, but it was I didn't like it. So I filed it off and did another one. Okay. And someone else got their nails done too.
I got my nails done! And I've been getting lots of compliments here. I'm going to try to double hand it. I'm getting lots of compliments at work on my ugly Christmas sweater nails.
Ugly Christmas sweater.
Yep. And yeah, those little bits there, and yeah, I like them very much. One thing I've realized is these two that are they're slightly textured, and it's a fidget for me. I just kind of.
Oh, totally. Yeah. These balls.
Yep.
They're 3D balls, right? I like to rub my balls.
Yeah, while flipping off the camera.
While flipping off the camera. Check them out. There they are. Yeah. Oh my God, I tried that this week. I'd had a really bad sleep.
Yeah.
And I was just sort of in that. I've got like 20 minutes left to sleep. If I manage to go to sleep, God help anyone who interrupts me.
Yeah.
And I know my husband, Lloyd, is a wonderful, wonderful man, but he never leaves the house in the morning without kissing me. And I was like, if you wake me up, I don't care if it's to kiss me goodbye, I am not going to be a happy camper. So I was lying like this, hoping I was going to go to sleep.
Yeah, hoping you were going to get he was going to get the message.
Hoping he wouldn't wake me up.
And?
He did kiss me goodbye, and like within 10 seconds of him kissing me goodbye, my alarm went off. So.
Oh.
But no, he did not get that. The crystals on my thumb are okay, so we did Melissa's nails too. I can probably put a picture in here.
Yep.
For YouTube.
Yep.
It'll be going up on my nail page, my Instagram page, Sue Gairns. That's the name of my Instagram page. And there'll be a picture there. Melissa's are red and snowflakey and crystals and stuff. And so we'll put a picture. Yeah, we already did that.
Yep.
All right. So Melissa got her nails done too, and she is fidgeting with her crystals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So on to my whips. So as you know, is the case, my Novelli, I did put some more rounds on the stockinette section. Let me see. Yeah, I'd say about another inch.
Okay.
And honestly, this one's kinda hit the back burner.
Oh no.
Because I know I'm cutting the color work off.
Right.
And I'm just thinking, okay, I'm going to cut the color work off. I'm going to redo the color work. I'm going to reattach the color work.
Hi, a lonely sock lady.
And, rejoin the color work and then carry on with the stockinette stitch. So when I do redo it, I'm going to make this band at the bottom longer. Okay. So hopefully it doesn't flip up the way it is. I'm also going to put in a row of pearl to, again, hopefully prevent that flipping up that it's doing. Okay. But so that one's kind of on the back burner. Okay. I really wanted it for this season, and it's not happening. So
it happens.
It's a little bit on the back burner for now.
Okay.
But I have been you don't have any more whips, do you? I have been working very much so, even though I shouldn't be working as much as I am, on my Heartin by Kim Hargreaves. So I may have even been at roughly this same position last time. I almost finished it, the fronts. Right. Almost finished them to casting off point. And then I ripped them back because I realized I really hadn't, with all the mods I made, I hadn't really allowed for the neckline. So, Heartin by Kim Hargreaves. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So, yeah. So that's Heartin. So it was almost finished on the fronts and I ripped it back.
Thanks, Hapnit, for the hard eyes.
Hard eyes. Hard eyes. Turn the other way. Never mind.
I don't.
It's an old song. So those are the fronts, and of course I've already done the back. This is my stitch, my stitch counting ring.
Yes, which I got you for last Christmas.
Was it Christmas?
Yeah, it was Christmas.
My stitch counting ring.
Yep.
Looks so much better on that one. You can see it better.
Yeah.
And for those of you who just joined us, we're doing both our. I love you guys. I have to go get ready for grocery shopping and all that. Okay, well, have fun.
Have fun, miss. We're recording our podcast for YouTube and doing a live broadcast on Instagram, which is why you should follow our Instagram, Close Knit Family Knitcast. We do these every once in a while.
Yay, and we don't have the right stats to do it on YouTube.
We do.
We do?
When I go live on YouTube. On our channel.
I thought we couldn't do it on YouTube.
Well, I mean, it's a matter of how we do it on YouTube, but we could do it on YouTube.
Okay. Thanks, Melissa. We'll have a good day. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the only thing stopping us from going live on YouTube is the technical aspect of how do we do that.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and this yarn is Debbie Bliss Rialto Heathers. And this happens to be in 2 different colorways of green.
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked about it lots of times. And I stopped knitting on this for a long time because I thought I was going to run out of yarn.
And then you found some more yarn.
But the yarn was discontinued, but then we found more.
Yep.
And so I'm happily knitting on that again because I just need to get it finished.
Yes.
Okay. So, now I think, Mike,
we should start talking about our favorites.
We can talk about our favorites.
Our favorite things throughout the year. These
are
a few of my favorite things. That song has been playing so much at work, and it's not a Christmas song.
Oh, but you know what? It gets played up as one. Because bright colored
packages tied up in string. That one line.
And silver white winters that melt into spring.
Okay.
These are a
few of my favorite things.
When the dog bites. Okay, never mind. What? I've got more than you, so I'll start.
Okay.
Okay, so my first favorite thing is actually 2 favorite things that I knit this year.
Okay.
They are my Ursa sweaters.
Yes. You know... My favorite thing that I knit this year was also my Ursa sweater.
Yeah. And it's a favorite thing because I loved knitting it. Mm-hmm. And I love wearing it. Mm-hmm. And there is a constant debate about exactly what color this is. Because no matter what color, what lighting I'm in, it looks different. Sometimes, see, like even on our 2 cameras here, one of them it looks green, and on the other one it looks like mustard yellow.
Yeah, but on this one we know that the color is slightly wrong.
Actually, in up close it looks like mustard yellow, and it's almost has a green tinge on that one. So anyway, my Ursa sweater. This one is the linen version.
Linen version, yeah.
And it was knit with something I can't remember. I'm sure I have it on my project page on Ravelry, Sue Garens. So if you're wondering about that, I held the yarn double.
Show the sound of music most every Christmas over here. I love it.
Oh,
okay.
It really is. Sound of Music
is a classic.
It is a classic, and it's I love the Sound of Music. It was one of the first sort of things that I ever was doing the singing in, and I did short sleeves on my Ursas, and so this is my other Ursa made with Cascade Eco. So here's now that I've worn this quite a bit, here's a report. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
This yarn really pills.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, you guys can't hardly even see it.
They
see it better on there. Yeah. It pills like crazy. This, I'm almost embarrassed to wear it, so I might have to get a gleaner to deal with the pilling on this. This also pills. Oh, I haven't talked about this yet.
No, your Soldotna?
So this is also one of my favorite knits from this year. My Soldotna by Caitlin Hunter. And you may notice, if you've been following along with us for a little while now, my neckline is different. So the neckline in the pattern, okay, the picture looks kind of like this, the picture on the cover. Okay. But the neckline that's described in the pattern comes up to here.
Oh.
And that's just really not what I want. How many times have I taken this sweater apart and redone it?
Too many times.
So anyway, so I cut off the top portion of the sweater. I cut it in right at the top of the color work. I did like a row, I think about 1 row of plain knitting. And then I did a row of something like knit 6, knit 2 together, something like that, just to bring it in a little bit. And then I did a few rows of ribbing, and it's done. And I'm so much happier with this neckline.
I didn't even notice, and it does look much nicer.
I am so much happier with it. So, so that's another one of my favorite knits from this year. Yeah. However, so the yarn, the Lichen and Lace yarn, is also another one that's pilling like crazy. Look at the back.
Can't really see it.
Oh, you can't see it?
No, not really.
Okay. Anyway, it's pilling like crazy. I still love it, but I think when I get a gleaner, it'll be much better.
See, I don't even notice what you're talking about.
Okay. But just look right around the bottom there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Don't forget to show YouTube.
See all that? I can't tell where I am. Am I in? Can you see the...
Can't really see.
Well, there. You can kind of see it there.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, that was great. I'm You're welcome.
Not everybody gets that.
Not everyone gets that view. The high neck. Yeah, I know. It was too high for me, Lee. Like, it just... I need something that breathes because I get very, very warm. Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, my favorite knit this year was definitely the Ursa sweater that I gave to Robin.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't have that to show you.
Because Robin's wearing it.
Robin's wearing it. But yes, that is without a doubt my favorite knit this year. Close runner, second runner up is my rainbow striped socks.
That took forever?
No, not those ones.
Oh.
The ones that used One Punch yarn.
Ah, right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of socks,
yes,
I tried to do a little sort of category. It didn't really work, but I tried to categorize things. So
as you exclaimed while we were setting up, my favorites pile just keeps getting bigger.
Okay, so as always, I love knitting my stripy socks.
Yes.
This colorway from Mud Punch. I do really love my yarns from Mud Punch. They don't pill. They haven't worn out on me. And I chose these ones as my favorite because they're my camel toe socks. Everyone needs a little camel toe.
Yep.
So, those, if anyone remembers, are the socks that I had to quickly modify when we were on vacation because I had nothing but flip-flops and it was cold and wet and rainy.
Yeah.
And so I had literally just finished knitting these and I cut the camel toe into it. So that was fun.
Yeah. I only knit like those three things this year.
No, you knit this too.
Oh, and I knit that. Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Right? So my other favorite thing just happens to be a pattern I wrote.
Yes, that was also one of my favorite things to knit.
But was my Catherine Ann shawl, which is also right here.
Yep. And I have mine hanging up over there.
And this one was done with Allison Barnes yarn. Love her yarn. This one is done with yarn from Lolo Did It. And I just really enjoyed knitting this. Yeah. Both times.
It's a fun knit.
It's a fun knit. And I like how it turned out. Of course I do. I designed it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so so this is a free pattern on Ravelry, the Catherine Ann shawl. Yep. If you want to get some of that love, and you still don't have anything else.
Nope.
So my other favorite knit from this year was my Nightfall sweater from Ellie of Skate Deer Knits. try and do up the button so it sort of doesn't fall open as much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is...
That's really good.
I really, really like that.
Beautiful in the red and yellow especially. Oh, the Catherine Anne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not quite yellow, but it has yellow in it.
You know, we get it. Yeah.
Yep.
It's gosh, I can't remember what the name of the colorway was.
Ah, it's like orchard or something.
No, well, it was russet, wasn't it? The red.
Yeah.
It was fall colorways anyway from last year.
Yes.
But yeah, and this one, I love the sweater and I loved knitting it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I would hate doing these fleece stitches and I didn't.
Yep.
And yet I hated doing them on the Soldana.
Right.
And I think the difference was that this one had a bit more rest time. Like I think it had 2 rows of rest in between.
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, my nightfall sweater, and this is knit out of Juniper Moon Patagonia yarn.
Yes.
100%
Yes.
organic. Well.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I still have nothing.
Okay.
Nothing else, rather.
Another favorite, well, it shouldn't come as any surprise,
is basket weave.
Is basket weave. I just sort of love everything about this sweater.
Yep.
I like its design. I like the way it fits on the person who wears it.
Yep.
Because it doesn't fit on me. I don't know. I could try and squeeze it. No.
Yeah, it's a very nice sweater.
I like the colors. I like... It was quite a process getting this one written. Yep. And so, yes, again, my pattern. But I do really love this sweater. And I love this yarn, Juniper Moon Santa Cruz. Ow! See, that's when it hurts. Juniper Moon Santa Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
Again, 100% organic wool.
Yeah.
And I woke up this morning dreaming about a men's knit, and I was going to get up and design it.
Ooh.
But I didn't.
Okay.
So my other favorite thing is actually one of my whips.
Okay.
And
so many favorite things.
I know. But this is a whip, and this is a whip that will come out again when I don't have anything better to do, or I know I'm going somewhere and just need no brain knitting. So this is my blanket with my holding three
dropping stitches.
Oh well. Holding 3, oh right, I have no needles on this anymore.
Oh, that'd be why.
Had to use them somewhere else. Holding 3 fingering weight yarns together. And I like the way it knits. I love the way it feels. I cannot wait until this is finished.
Yeah, it's a very nice sweater. Or a blanket.
Blanket, yeah. And apparently I just dropped all my stitches. And there, we'll just do that and I'll fix it when I go to pick it up again one day.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my favorites and Mike's favorites from the past year.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yes.
What are your favorite things you brought to the table?
So,
something in here. There we go.
It's probably ramen eggnog. Yeah, gosh, you told me that we were probably, we should do, a favorites thing, and I should think of a favorite thing to bring to the table, and I agonized over that.
Can you imagine? He's got so many favorite things.
Yeah,
I mean, he's been bringing them to the table for almost 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to do a lap blanket in the new year, not least because it'll be a project that'll keep me warm while I work.
Yes.
No kidding.
Oh, I gotta tell you, and I can't, anyway. Let us know if you pick a particular design. I just like that one, Lee, because it's just garter stitch. Mm-hmm. Back and forth. But the 3 fingering weight yarns held together give it so much weight, and it's so squishy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, my favorite thing that I brought to the table. I mean, when you first asked me, when you first told me, my like windmill slam dunk response was Dungeons and Dragons.
That's exactly what he said. Dungeons and Dragons.
But then I thought about it, and it was like, I don't... Because, yes, that is, like, absolutely my favorite game that I am playing this year. But it's more of a hobby than a game.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to, like I would love to have more people in the game.
Hi, Dawn!
Hi, Dawn! But I don't know if I want to, like, put that out there as my favorite thing for, you know... I don't know. It felt wrong saying that was my favorite game that I brought to the table.
Right.
Because it's a hobby more than anything. So then I began looking at my games and being like, okay, well, what am I excited to play?
Okay.
What do I love playing? And I thought of Betrayal Legacy, which is a game that I am enjoying very much and I've played a lot of recently. But then I thought, is that actually my favorite game, or am I just saying that because I am compelled to keep playing it by the nature of legacy games? So I kind of wrote that one off too.
Okay.
Then I thought of the fantastic game that I played recently of...
We may never get to this.
We'll get there. Of the Resistance Avalon. I played a fantastic game of that a little while ago, and it was just incredible. But then I remembered that I had played that with the right group at the time, and I've also played it with the wrong group, and that was miserable.
Okay.
So then I thought, well...
Yep.
What game has brought a lot of joy to other people, and what game have people come to me and said, this is my favorite game that you own? And that's really what I want to do with this, and that game is my favorite game of the year, The Quacks of Quedlinburg.
So Dawn, you just joined us. We're filming in two things right now. We're filming our YouTube, and we're filming on Instagram. Yep. So that's why we kind of have two things happening.
Yeah. So yeah, I really like The Quacks of Quedlinburg, and other people have told me that it's their favorite game that I own. So I feel this is deserving of Mike's Game of the Year.
Mike's Game of the Year, The Quacks of Quedlinburg. Mm-hmm. All right, so mine is Telestrations After Dark.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely, 100%. Telestrations After Dark. Mm-hmm. We have had so much fun playing this. You got, if you don't have people with dirty minds to play with, it's probably not going to be as much fun. Yeah. But oh boy.
I once played this at a work event. And one of the manager types there told us to be work appropriate, which kind of killed the whole mood.
That's no fun.
Yeah.
That's no fun.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's Mike's favorites from the year.
Yep.
And last year we kept everyone up to date on Instagram on the progress on our advent calendar. Mm-hmm. Haven't done that this year, but I'm going to be posting a picture of our current advent calendar when we're finished here on Instagram. And for our YouTube viewers,
here it is.
Here it is.
Okay.
That's what our advent calendar looks like at this point this year.
Yeah.
So that brings me to, should I do a Christmas cast on? That's the first question. Should I do a Christmas cast on? And should I cast on my...
We love Articulate at home, and this Christmas I brought Articulate Places to well. I haven't heard of that one. I'll look into it.
Should I cast on my...
Wingspan.
Wingspan by Kyle Vay. Picture here.
Yes.
With my blue brick yarn that I waited so long to get, and that is so lovely and happy and sparkly. Or should I cast on Heartbeat, which is the lace weight shawl that I showed you a couple weeks ago, and we'll put a picture here. Let us know. Comment below, and Dawn and Lee, if you remember either of those, you can let us know right here, right now.
Let us know if you remember.
So, yeah. What else is going on? Oh, you know what, though? Okay. I have to be a little bit quiet. Because while I know my husband's deaf and doesn't listen anyway, I wanted to show you what I'm giving him for Christmas. So a lot of you know we're going to Shetland next year.
Yes, you are.
And both. I know. I honestly thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, because I want to get both done. Okay, so we're going to Shetland next year. And of course, and he doesn't knit.
Yes.
He's never even picked up knitting needles, except maybe to move my knitting out of the way.
Okay.
So I've told him, like, if we're going to Shetland, for Wool Week, you have to knit a Wool Week hat.
Okay.
Like, you can't go
Can't go to Wool Week without a Wool Week hat. Okay.
A Wool Week hat. So,
You're getting
you remember the first, okay. Yeah, that would be the wingspan, right, Dawn?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm giving him for Christmas.
Yeah.
The pattern for last year's one, which was called, see, it's all on my tablet, which is what we're using for Instagram.
Yeah.
Which is called the Roadside Beanie.
Okay.
And it calls for, I think, it's like 7 or 8 colors.
Wow.
So I'm giving him
all the colors.
This box full of yarn. So these are the same colors that I used in my Nightfall.
Okay.
It's missing a color. Okay, and there's one more color that he'll get. I just have to go and find it. As well as some other yarn. So this is all Juniper Moon Patagonia.
Okay.
So I'm giving him all these colors.
Okay.
To choose from.
Okay.
This is like enough yarn to probably make 8 hats.
Yeah.
And there's one more color that you'll get to.
Okay. Yeah.
And the pattern, so he can start knitting.
Ooh.
So there's nothing like jumping off the deep end. I'm sending him straight in. Oh, sorry, we're jiggling.
Yeah.
I'm sending him straight into a Fair Isle hat.
I mean, we got that in the theater by sending him off the deep end, so...
Yeah, that's true. So, that's his Christmas present. When do you set? Okay, so the Shetland trip will be for Wool Week next year, which Wool Week is in the first part of October, I think. So we are, oh no, it's late September, early October. So we are heading to Scotland.
It'll be fun to see how he gets along.
Yes, that'll be fun because we'll get to see. I'll try and get video of that.
Yeah, maybe get him on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll try that too. Lots of pictures and stuff. But we're going. So yeah, mid September we're gonna leave. We'll spend about a week or so in Scotland. Mm-hmm. Then we've got our ferry and accommodations booked already on Shetland. Okay. For I think 5 or 6 days. So we're not going to be there for the full Wool Week. Okay. And then we are going to go back to Scotland for another weekish before we come home. Because I just said there's no way I'm going to try to plan out like the getting off Shetland Island, getting from Aberdeen to Glasgow or Edinburgh to catch a plane and like to me, I would go insane because as soon as anything went off schedule, I'd start panicking. Right. So we're gonna have lots of time when we get back to the other side to get to we can Anyway. So so that will be next fall. So that's exciting. Okay. And then the girls at work, of course, who've started knitting. Yes. They heard me talking about, I've been talking about this for like almost a year. Yes, you have. And so, but now that they're knitters, they're like, what are you doing? You're going to Shetland? You're going to a Wool Week in Shetland? Can we come? And I said, no. You need to start with Knit City. Yeah. And I said, and I can't take you to Knit City.
So I have to take them to Knit City.
Because I'll be in Shetland when Knit City's on. Yeah. So, So Mike and Melissa need to take the girls from work to Knit City.
Yeah.
And then they're well, I don't know if they'll really go or not, but and Yarn Okanagan of course is coming up too.
Maybe start with Yarn Okanagan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's good, yeah. And then I was working on my Heartin.
Okay.
Again, keep in mind I've been sitting at work and knitting on stuff with these guys for like, 10 months now.
Yeah.
And I was sitting and knitting on Heartin and they're like, "What are you knitting?" And they're looking at it, they're going, "How do you do that?"
Yeah.
I could never do this. And I said, if you can knit and you can purl, you can do this.
Yeah. And I loved when I was there getting my nails done, all the girls when they had them out were like, "Mike, look at my knitting!"
Look at my knitting, yeah. Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're really moving along. Anna, I think has picked out what might be her next sweater, which would be Hohi's super simple summer sweater.
Okay.
And I might knit one with her.
Okay.
We'll see. I really shouldn't. I have so many things to knit already.
Yeah.
But anyway, I keep saying, yes, I'm gonna, but I've got this other stuff that I have to do.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so yeah, it's been going really, really good. I keep thinking I took other wanted to tell you a funny story.
Okay.
So, Melissa came over last week.
Okay.
And
And
I just need a better skein to do this too. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. So hanging over on the ends of a chair.
Yeah.
And hanging over one of our forced air heating vents were 2 skeins of yarn. They're just hanging like this.
Yep.
And Melissa says, "What do you call?" She points at it. She says, "What do you call that?" Yarn.
Yeah.
We call that yarn.
Yeah.
And then she said, "No, but what it's doing there."
Drying.
Drying.
Yeah.
Poor kid. She's like, "Oh my God, mother."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Well, it's yarn and it's drying. That's what we call it." And then she said, "But there's another word for it. There's something else." Well, what she was looking for was reconditioning.
Oh, okay.
Which wasn't what it was doing. It wasn't reconditioning. It was simply drying. So, so that happened. It was just really funny. What do you call that? Yarn.
Yarn. What's it doing? Drying. Hi, Mariah Bread.
Hey, Mariah.
Just in time to catch the end.
We're just about finished. You're just in time. You can probably handle the ending. So anyway, yeah, I think that is about it.
That's about everything.
Yeah. So if you're watching us on YouTube,
hi.
Where's Miss P? Oh, I love that. A cocktail weenie. Mariah has a wiener dog.
Okay.
So when she was like a puppy, and she was about this big.
Cocktail weenie?
She was a cocktail weenie. Which was great.
I'll call it for the show today.
Yeah.
She's here chilling. Okay. She said hi. Thank you for joining us today here on YouTube and on Instagram in our live feed and chat. Please remember on YouTube to like, comment, and subscribe. Really helps us out there. Follow Instagram, Close Knit Family Knitcast. Some of you are there already. Join us on Ravelry. All the information for that will be on the end card and in the description.
And usually like what yarn we used and stuff like that.
Yeah, also, there's lots of good stuff in the description. If you see any pattern that you wanna pick up, I generally try to throw the link in there for that.
I meant on Ravelry.
Yeah, on Ravelry.
Yeah. It's okay, carry on. I slowed his roll. Thanks, Lee.
Thanks for joining us, and as always, keep your knitting close and your family closer. Bye.